Hello, everybody. It has been very difficult for me to figure out a way to come on and visit with you because my computer is down for the count and I don't have any way to edit. So I am going to go live. I have a flower arrangement to make. It's only going to take me a few minutes, but I thank you for joining me here at Gracegarden Florist. And I am going to do the whole thing with you. Um, I'm working on a piece that goes in a church, and their vessel at the church holds this size container, and that's what they've asked me to use in the piece that they have for me to fill, and it's a ornate brass container that this fits in. So I have to work in this and pretend in my mind it's going to be this big piece in a church. So pretend in your mind it's going to be a big piece in a church. So here, this is the foam. This has got water in it. I'm going to soak that. And say hello. I hope that you've been having a wonderful winter and that you're getting ready to see light at the end of the tunnel for spring is just around the corner. We'll be in March before we know it. And we're waiting for the water to soak. While I'm doing that, I plan on using these. I think these are called Peach Country something. Peach Country Spirit. And their thorns aren't too bad, but they're good sturdy flowers, and they open big when they get to their full glory. And I want to make an arrangement that hangs over the edges. None of this plastic container is going to show. It all sits perfectly into the brass container, the brass vessel that's going to be on the church altar. I'm just making sure all the petals are nice. They're really, really pretty. They have this little bit of tingy of green in it. And I have a little tiny bit of green stuff that I'm going to put in with this. Now I'm going to take it out and flip it over, just to make sure that there's no chance that gravity or whatever didn't get every little nook and cranny in there. I'm also going to cut it a little bit because I want it to stick out over the top of this so that I can put stems in at the sides and they'll hang over. Give that a few more seconds. I've got some bells of Ireland, and I like to take these leaves off of the top of the bells of Ireland because I like them to be like that. And if anything is going to start being droopy, it's going to be these leaves. In several days, in a long time, when they do eventually, the first thing that's going to be droopy is these leaves. So I'm going to take them off. Okay. This isn't exciting. I should have had music playing in the background or something. Hello, everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you. All right, we're ready for this. And I am just going to cut the corners a little bit. A little more than that. I've done this before, so I already sort of know how big I need this part to be. If you didn't know, you would just take your container and put it over the top, and it will leave marks in your foam where to cut it. And now we're just going to go push it in there. Okay. Now I don't want it to stick out that high. I'm just going to judge where I sort of want it. Just cut it off. Okay, set this aside for later for another piece. And it also makes me be able to see inside that everything is good and wet in there. Okay, now this is going to go in here. I might even cut a little more. I don't want to have any problems putting it in the piece at the church. And it's trial and error. Once I start putting the flowers in, they're beautiful. So that part's not going to be trial and error. But fitting this in here the way I want it to be. Now, if I was putting a big high bunch of flowers in here, I would put tape. I would tape this in onto tape that. But I know that my flowers are going to be low and cascading. Okay, now, the prep work that you do is the most important part. And now I got a mess. And I'm here. Okay, and I'm gonna start. Here, and I just want to get a shape first. I'm not doing anything, and I'm working sideways so that hopefully the front is facing you. I'm only getting a size and a shape. This is feather eucalyptus that I'm using. It's one of my favorite greens. I'm sorry, this is probably boring for a lot of people. You're still there. Thank you. It's cold in this room that I'm standing in. This is where I keep my flowers. It works out really well, except when I have to stand in here. I don't like the cold very much. Flowers like to be cold. Think of it as lettuce, and you want to keep it in your refrigerator. Flowers are the same. Most flowers. Orchids don't like to be cold. And poinsettias don't like to be cold. Most flowers like to be cold. All right, that's a little bit of the shape. We're going to go back in. We're going to go back in at the end and make sure it's the way I like it to be, full and the way my clients like it to be. Next, I want to put these flowers, these roses in, because they're the focal point. I have a lot of open space, and the back is completely open, which I'm going to cover in at the end. Sorry, I'm reaching. I'm going to tip this to me a little bit, okay? Although, can you see over my shoulder? I'm looking at the flowers, and I want the pointiest one, which is this one, although they're all pretty fat and round, but this one is the pointiest one. That one I want to be the uppest, the toppest, the most, I want it to be this one. And that's the highest flower. In the bunch. Trial and error. If you're not happy with it, pull it out and do it again. Because if you wait, it'll be harder to pull it out. And now, I want one to face front here. And I want that one to be the biggest. So I'm again going to take this one. Look at all those petals. You see all those petals? This is not a $6 bunch of flowers at the supermarket. They don't smell. There. Now, I want to do the biggest ones that are going to be off to the side. I can look up there and see where it's going. I actually got that to be there. Okay. And now this one. Go in here. And you see how the flower has a face? It's like facing that way. That doesn't seem like the front of the flower. That seems like the front of the flower. So I want to make sure that when I put this in, I turn it. Did you see me turn it? So that the flower looks like that is the front right there. Like that. And I got one more. I'm going to put that one down here. If I want another flower, I'll put another flower in. We're not doing flowers by number where I can't put another flower in if I want to, but I'm going to leave that open for a second. I might put something else there. I might put a bow there. I can put some of these in. Some spray roses. But the next thing I want to put in is stock. This is not a very pretty name, stock, but it is a very pretty flower. It's got these very papery petals. And it smells great. I might put roses. Did you vote for another rose? Okay. I have to turn it. All right. I do think I want to put a couple of these in. And this one. I don't know if you can hear my dog upstairs barking. I apologize. That's Freya. We just celebrated her adoption day yesterday. So check out the shorts I posted of our fun day yesterday. I have to turn it again. All right, like that. Now I need my Bells of Ireland. Now these are going to be too tall for this arrangement, I think. I like looking at it in the video. I can see it differently. That's going to be too tall. I want them shorter, so I have to cut these way down, but I'm not going to waste these little tufts. This needs to go in here, like that, right there. Okay. And this guy. I am going to have to waste that one. This guy needs to go right in. This guy needs to go Needs to be shorter. And then you shouldn't stick it in the exact same hole that you just tried to stick it in again, because then you build an air bubble in there. All right, now I'm going to take these little ones and see where I can decorate the front. Like right here. And these two together. Okay, I like it. What do you think? Thank you. Lastly, I have some of these that I want to put in. This is wax flower. I'm going to have to stand in front of it. Too long. There. This is pretty boring, I'm sorry. I should have music playing in the background for you. I have music I can play that I could get away with on YouTube. Okay, now I gotta come over here, stick some in over here. Is it nice? Do you like it? We need something out here, right? All right. How is it? I like it. I have some empty space in the back, and I did want to add some Italian ruscas to this to give more body to the piece. And let's see, I can. That's why I have no sense of direction. I can't tell which way I'm going. All right, this I can't break off my fingers. And again, this is an altar piece, so it's only going to be viewed from the front. So you want to make sure that your flowers, see how I'm turning the flower? You want to make sure your flowers are being viewed from the front. There are a lot of flowers in this foam right now. There we go, there we go. All right, and now you can go in here. There. Better? Yes. All right. There we are with that. I want to put another piece of this over here. Like that. No holes. And I need some of, sorry for my reach, I need some of this, because it's here. I can turn it around. I can show you. There's absolutely nothing back there. And even though this is not meant to be viewed at the back, I think it's awful if I would have left it with not even greened. And the other vase is going to cover the plastic completely. But I still need to not leave it naked back here. Okay? No. Okay? That's the back. This should slip out of here, hopefully. Like that. And then this is going to slip right into their other vessel. It's even going to catch the water that might drip. Excellent, right? Thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. Give this like a thumbs up, and look for some more of these. If you like this, I'll do this again. Thank you. I didn't see any of your comments, but I'll check those out if you left any. Otherwise, thank you, and until next episode, bye for now.